What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, it's a little cold. I hate the cold. I needed to warm up already. Today we're working on the Subaru. I got a couple things that I need to check on this car. I'm not sure why it's misfiring. Seems like every time that the car warms up and I start getting on it, it starts misfiring. So I'm gonna check what's wrong with that today. I said I was gonna work on the hydro on the E46, but I don't really use the E46 much. Now that I have the hydro on the E46, I can't really use it every day. The only brakes that I have are up front, and that's not really safe. So now that that car is like that, I can't use it. I'm not gonna use it anymore. I'm gonna use the Subaru or the E90. I prefer the Subaru. It's been my car of choice lately, so I've definitely got to get this taken care of because I literally can't go more than like 10 miles out of town before this thing starts riding rough. We're only having misfires in one cylinder, and I think that one cylinder is causing misfires, random misfires in the other cylinders. So what's going on is I have a cylinder misfire in cylinder 3, and then that causes, depending on how that shifts the engine, it starts causing cylinder misfires in 1 and cylinder 2. Yeah, cylinder 1 and 2 as well, because it's 1, 2, and 3. Cylinder 4 is fine, which is weird because it's always a cylinder that has issues, but this car has issues in cylinder 1, 2, and 3, but mainly 3. And when I have misfires in cylinder 3, 1 and 2 start misfiring as well. I'm going to pull the plug, pull the coil off, and check everything and go over everything, see if I may have put something in wrong. If everything's good, we're going to start with the compression test, because other than that, I really don't know what it'd be. The engine runs fine. We don't burn any oil. I think that we have been losing a little bit of oil through the valve cover because it is low a little bit, and it seems like there's a decent leak there. I know the bottom end is great. I know the block end is great. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know what's the issue. It might be a tuning issue. It might be because I have a light flywheel. So before I start thinking that it's something really far into the engine, I'm gonna start with the outside stuff. And I mean, we're quarantined anyways, so I mean, I have time to pull this engine out if I need to. I'm gonna start by pulling off the airbox, all the intake. Cylinder 3 is back there, so we're gonna check everything back there. I've checked my grounds already, so I know that it's not the grounds. I've cleaned off that ground, I've cleaned off the 2 or 3 grounds that I have here, 2 or 3 grounds that I have over there, and it still has not fixed anything. I think it might be that coil. That coil wasn't in the best condition, but it's a lot better than the one we pulled off. I'm pretty sure this is the one we pulled off of cylinder 3, which is not as bad as cylinder 1. Cylinder 3 has always been giving us issues, and I thought maybe that was the problem, but 1 has issues when 3 has really bad issues, and then 2 has issues when 3 has really bad issues. So number 3 is throwing 1 and 2 off. It was just nice. Like 2 days ago, it was like 60, almost 70, you know? Nah, not almost 70. It was like 60. It was in the 60s, and it was nice. The like weather was getting good, and now it's just cold again. So I swapped coils with 1 and 3. I hope that this fixes it, because I don't want it to be something else. I hope it's not anything electrical. The spark plug was perfectly fine. It was gapped, it hadn't opened, and it looked brand new, honestly. It looked like it hasn't even sparked. So I don't know, that's kind of odd. The only other thing that I could change would be injectors. I have 4 injectors here that we could switch out. I'm gonna probably clean them first. It might be a dirty injector. I kind of doubt it, because the car will run fine when it's cold. Once it warms up, it does not run very good. But let's go give this a shot and see what happens. Well, that didn't help. This thing's weird. I'm gonna pull the injector off. I think I'm gonna pull the injector off, see if that fixes anything, because it's weird. I'll let the car sit for a little bit and it'll fix its idle. I'll get on it, it'll start misfiring again after like a little bit, after I get on it at all. Once it sits again, and it'll correct itself, and then once I get on it again, it just starts misfiring. It sounds smooth now. Now it sounds smooth, like it has no issue, but I'll go drive it and it starts having issues. It might be an injector. That's the next thing I'm gonna try. So yeah, I'm gonna get to pulling that stuff off. Alrighty, so I came over here to check the injector, and I found this. Yeah, that is not good. Basically, I think that's gonna be the issue. That clip is not connected all the way. and I really want to say that's why we're getting misfires. It probably with the engine shaking and everything, it's been coming on and off, and like the connection's not been very good. For that, I think can go to the junkyard and pick up another clip, but I need to find out why this happened. I don't think that this was like this when we threw the engine together. I really don't think that that clip was like that. If it was, I think I would have noticed, and I think I would have thought about changing that earlier. I definitely don't know how that happened. I am kind of thinking that it might be the exhaust manifold, the up pipe between the turbo and the up pipe, because that gasket is completely done. I swapped that gasket out and it was just done. The last gasket cracked and went inside the turbo and locked up our turbo, and then this one, as soon as we put it on, a few miles later it burned out. So I'm not sure what it's gonna be. I'm going to check all the bolts for that turbo. I know that one nut in the front, closest to the front of the engine, did not tighten on very well, which is weird. We're gonna have to order probably an up pipe because this one's probably warped. I've seen the forum before where somebody said that their up pipe warped, and no matter how many gaskets they put on there, it would just rip them. No matter how good the gasket was, it would just rip them. So I think that's where it's gonna be our next solution for that up pipe. Yeah, as of right now, I don't know what we're gonna do about that and how we're gonna fix that, but that clip, we can definitely go pick one up from a junkyard. I can go cut one off the junkyard and then bring the extra harness and wire and everything, because I don't think I have one here that'll fit it. I really doubt I'll have one here that'll fit it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this here, probably go to the junkyard tomorrow. Today's Friday, everything might be closed. I hope the junkyard's not closed. This coronavirus thing has been getting out of hand and everything's closing. So if that is closed, then I do not know what we're going to do about this issue. I might just hardwire it on, take the clip off and hardwire it on, duct tape it on for the time being. Not the smartest idea. Either way, I think we shouldn't use a car anymore because that pipe is leaking. I'm gonna look for one online. I'm gonna see if anybody on Facebook has one, and hopefully I can find something on the Facebook market. I didn't want to spend on headers and up pipe, but it seems like that's gonna be the only option that we can go with right now, because I really want to say that that's what melted that connector. I don't think a water hose will melt a connector like that. I mean, I've got water hoses all over the place, and I mean, everything else is fine, so I do not know what's going to be the issue. If I can't find anything else, I'm going to assume that it is a turbo. At least it's a lot better than internal damage and, I mean, any electrical issues. This had to be causing the issue. This probably wasn't making a good connection. What I thought about doing was connecting just these pins into the actual injector and taping it up, but that's not very safe either. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait and try to get another one of these clips in. I really want to say that because the exhaust traveled somewhere through here, it melted the clip since it's right here. All of the heat got trapped in here, so I should really fix that pipe, because yes, the gasket is cut right there. You can see there's no gasket from here up. So I really want to say it was the turbo that leaked and the exhaust burned in here. Yeah, I gotta try to find another one of these things, and I don't think any junkyards are gonna be open, so I don't know when this thing is gonna be up and running again. But hey, I think hopefully once we fix this, we fix the issue. But yeah, for right now, I'm glad I found this. So this is where it ends for now. So I think this is where we're gonna leave the car for now. I can't do anything to it. I gotta find that clip. I don't know if anybody has one. I don't know if anybody's gonna have one. I don't know if any junkyards are gonna be open to go pull one off. So I might have to order it online. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that up pipe. I might be able to order just the up pipe, but I'm gonna look around the Facebook market. I get lucky sometimes, so I might be able to find something on the Facebook market that'll work. Yeah, hopefully figure out that exhaust leak, because I think that's what really cost us that injector clip. I'm not sure what I got going on tomorrow. The homie said he wanted to come through and shoot some drone shots, so we might see how that goes. But if you guys made it to the end, thank you very much. If you guys like the video, go down and hit that like button for me. Comment down below. I'm always active in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one.